Hello everyone! I'm so happy to be back with a new video today. So let's just jump right in. I have a few examples of vegan meals, quite healthy, some of them more elaborate, some of them really lazy and simple. The first one is a breakfast that I make on occasion. Me and my partner love it, and it's this typically Lebanese breakfast. It's called hotforfood. So you've got chickpeas and fava beans, and you kind of boil them, you know, just for a little bit to soften them up and heat them up. Add some lemon. We like to add garlic, even a little bit of cumin. And then you just eat that with pita bread, and then you have some fresh mint, Lebanese pickles, some really bitter Lebanese olives, either green olives or black olives. It's also nice to have some little tomatoes that have salt on them on the side, and just eat that all with your hands with the pita bread as a spoon. So really enjoyed that. It's such like a nice wholesome breakfast, you know, very filling, very nutritious, high in fiber, iron, protein, all of that good stuff. And I have another Lebanese meal that I'd like to show you. It's called Mulukhiyah. So in Lebanese, Mulukhiyah, this is actually one of my favorite dishes in the world. It's like a special herb that you can't get in the grocery store. My mom gets it at a specialty Lebanese shop, and it's like, it comes dry, and she actually prefers cooking with the dry herb, and then she adds all of these things. Like, I can't even tell you, my mom, I feel sometimes she does like alchemy with food. Like sometimes she adds like really simple ingredients, but then the flavor is just amazing. And I think it all goes to show how even like cooking methods are so important. I just enjoy this meal so much. I love adding lots of lemon juice and with the rice. So this rice specifically, you get some long rice noodles. They are already cut up, and you have to slightly burn them in olive oil. So yeah, Mulukhiyah, if you ever get the chance to taste this meal, definitely do so. Whew, this next meal is one of my favorites ever. I call it like my Thai bowl. I don't know how authentic it is, probably is not at all, but that's how I make it, and that's how I like to eat it. I start with some coconut milk, so I get the fattiest one. I just add the coconut milk in a large saucepan. I add some dried kaffir lime leaves and some lemongrass powder. You could add fresh lemongrass. So I like to kind of let all of that simmer together just for a couple of minutes, so that the coconut milk has this amazing fragrant lemongrass and kaffir leaves infused flavor. And then I start adding the veggies. So I'm gonna go really simple here, and this is actually how I prefer it. I add some carrots, and then it's a good time before there are too many ingredients to add the curry paste. So I like the green curry paste. I also like the red curry paste. You can add the broccoli, and after a couple of minutes you can add the mushroom, garlic and onion. I add these near the end because it's not nice when it's too cooked, and I have tried sauteing my veggies in oil first and then adding them into the coconut milk mixture, but it's not as nice as just adding everything to cook in the coconut milk. So while all of the veggies are cooking, this is a good time to get some water boiled so that you can really quickly cook your rice noodles. These take like 2 minutes to cook. So after a few minutes it should look like this, and that's when you add your fresh cilantro. Don't add it too soon because otherwise it will lose its fragrance and its beautiful vibrant green color. And then you can serve it, and believe me, it doesn't look amazing, but this is such a flavorful, amazing Thai flavored inspired meal. I like adding lime juice. I only had lemon that day, and also some sambal olek for a little hot spicy touch, which I really enjoyed just a little bit of in this meal. I like sprinkling some peanuts. So good. I love this meal. I hope that you make something similar at home. Okay, here's another breakfast idea. My partner and I got some everything bagels at Whole Foods. So in order to make these amazing breakfast bagels, I'm going to be preparing my special tofu. So I'm going to be cutting my tofu into rectangles. Squeeze out as much liquid as you can with a clean towel. You're gonna put them on a dry pan, nothing, no oil, until they are slightly like yellow gold on each side, and then you can add tamari sauce, maple syrup, smoked paprika, so easy and one of the best things I've ever tasted, honestly. You want it to kind of start burning a little bit, just like tamari. Since there's no oil in this recipe, it will burn a little bit because you want it to have that chewiness, you know? And then it really comes down to what you like in your bagel. So we have some vegan mayonnaise, veggies, avocado slices, have some fresh organic spinach, and these pickled red onions that we make at home. They're made with ume plum vinegar. Amazing. Another breakfast, wow. But this is like a really special vegan omelet. So you first start by cooking some diced potatoes. I already had baked sweet potatoes, so I just used that. You saute it with bell pepper, onion, really anything you like, mushrooms, and of course you have this chickpea flour omelet mixture. It's really just like chickpea flour, water, dry herbs, nutritional yeast, turmeric, garlic powder. And then when you're ready, you just add that chickpea flour mixture. You let it cook. And then when you feel like it's almost cooked all the way through, the top of course will still be wet, so you'll have to flip it. Now the best way I found to flip this is to first cut it into 4 parts and then flip the quarters, so as if it's like a pizza slice. That's the best way I have found. And then you enjoy it. I like adding some sliced green onion on there. Okay, next I have some really easy homemade tacos. We went to get these oyster mushrooms to add to our tacos because in Mexico they use these a lot, especially in like vegan taco stands in Mexico City. They always have these setas, like these oyster mushrooms. So good, perfect for tacos. Sauteed them with some green bell pepper. We like to add a little bit of smoked paprika to our veggies when we're making tacos. It adds like a little je ne sais quoi. So we have some homemade corn tortillas. They kind of vary on how we're making them, but this time they were a little dry, but still amazing and delicious. And I make, of course, the best guacamole in the world. I think you would absolutely love my guacamole. All right, next I just went and improvised like an Indian inspired meal. I cooked some delicious green lentils. I made some brown basmati rice. I actually soaked both of these and I feel like they cooked so much better and digested so much better. So I cooked some veggies in coconut oil and like lots of spices like turmeric, coriander seeds, fennel seeds, a little tiny bit of cinnamon, ginger, also some cardamom. And I just added some veggies that we had at home. We had a lot of celery, tomatoes. I think there's some white zucchini in there and some carrots. And then I added fresh spinach and cilantro on top at the very end. And that's it. I simply served the veggies and the lentils on a little bit of brown basmati rice. And I definitely enjoyed this meal. This is the kind of meal that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like nourished from the inside and the outside. I don't even know what that means, but you know. Next we have some samosas, and this is the recipe by hotforfood. If you know Lauren Toyota, you know that she makes these like epic recipes, but you should know, like, I'm speechless. Like, I remember we were kind of like going crazy while eating these samosas because we made also like a cilantro chutney and mango chutney to go with them. You can't have samosas by themselves, by the way, everyone knows that. 50% of the pleasure of samosas is the dipping sauce. So it all starts with making this flaky pastry. It's just made out of wheat flour, a little bit of salt, and then some earth balanced vegan butter. And then I made the cilantro chutney. So it's made with cilantro, lemon juice, a little bit of ginger, and some green chilies. I sauteed these veggies with the spices, so all of the usual Indian spices. Yeah, you also had to boil some potatoes and carrots together, which you add to the garlic and onion. Instead of green peas, which I didn't have at home, I had some edamame beans. So we just kept it round and we put some filling as if it was like a empanada. Just closed it up like this, and actually it was perfect. This is not a traditional samosa shape. So the mango chutney has to simmer for like 30 minutes. There's mango, of course, coconut sugar, again some more spices and things like that. This cilantro chutney is from vegan Richa's Indian Kitchen blog. These samosas were absolutely mind-blowing. If you can make these like today, just make them, please, and you will no longer be missing out on these. I'm speechless. All right, moving on. You know, I realized that I didn't really show you any desserts. I don't know why, but this is like not really a dessert, but kind of like a nice chocolatey sweet snack that I had that day. And it's this amazing, like this is the best vegan yogurt ever, and it's the Yozo brand. It's really good. Doesn't have a weird taste like other like almond and soy yogurt. And this chocolate yogurt is the best one. I added some blueberries. It was just a perfect sweet snack. Okay, this is like a quick lazy dinner that I made on an evening that I was alone at home. What I usually do is just peel some potatoes, like 3 little potatoes, cut them up into a fry shape. I just put them as is on parchment paper in the oven, and I have them with some garlic sauce. So I have Vegenaise, vegan mayo. I add like a tiny little teaspoon of garlic powder. If you don't have garlic powder, you can add a little bit of very finely chopped or minced fresh garlic. And those are all the recipes that I had to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know if there were too many recipes. Tell me if that was too much. Oh yeah, tell me a recipe that you enjoy, and I would love to make it at home. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. What are you doing? Subscribe now. Join the Holistic Maya family. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.